great big Kenney Store welcome to Jeff Hyde, Ryan Tyndell, and Bryan Simpson.
Well, thank y'all for coming. We know that you've got a lot of entertainment choices out this way in the middle of the week. We're glad you came here to see us. Jeff, tell him how happy you are to be here tonight, man. Tell him, Jeff.
I'm real happy.
He's real happy to be here.
We appreciate y'all having us.
He exudes it, man.
It.
That is Jeff. He exudes enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's right.
Unbridled
That's my middle
enthusiasm.
name. I remember something Miss Rita just said when she first got up here that reminded me of me. She said when she first walked in this venue, they didn't know what they were doing. And that reminds me of me sitting right here. We will do our best to sing y'all some songs that you'll enjoy. But just speaking for myself, I'm no expert. I do the best I can. That's all I can do. My dad used to say that's all a mule could do. It pulls as hard as it can, and then it can't pull anymore. It's just, don't blame the mule. I say he's doing his best.
Dude, you and a dumbass, man. That is an appropriate. That's appropriate analogy.
That was a good setup there.
Yeah. That's Ryan Tyndell down there on the right there, looking sharp. Ryan lives out this way. You just came back to East Texas.
Just moved back home to Tyler, Texas from Nashville after 25 years. So it's good to be back in the motherland and be here with y'all.
Hey, let me tell you something, Ryan. So me and Ryan are big Rangers fans, Texas Rangers fans. And
you're in Astro country.
No, I know. So I didn't know that. Last time I played here last year, and the Astros had just gotten kicked out of the playoffs. And I was celebrating because I'm geographically challenged and didn't know where I was. I thought I was closer to Dallas-Fort Worth than I was. So 3 people got up and left in the middle of one of her casseroles. There's only 7 of us here, so it was a rough night. Jeff's from Marshall, Texas, right?
That's right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, a lot to say about Marshall.
Not even trying. Thank you.
Yeah, but I've been living in Nashville now, me and my wife, longer than I lived in Marshall, which is hard to believe. I've been there since 2001. Not that, I don't know why I said that. Nobody cares. Oh, really? Since 2001, huh? But
you can get most of this information on Jeff's Wikipedia page as well if you want. Stroll over there now.
But it's always good to get back down in this area. So thank y'all for having us. And without further ado, we'll get Bryan to kick off the show.
Stay seated. All right, I'm going to clear you up on one thing that my mom always asks every time I send her a song. Honey, did you write this? The answer is going to be yes to all of them tonight. My mom is always surprised. She has very low expectations for me. I had a hit on the radio with them. Took about 5 years after I got my first writing deal. I got a hit on the radio. And you have never seen relief like the face that my mother-in-law made when I had my first hit. Here's a song me and Jeff just wrote. I mean, not just in the parking lot, but I mean... She was up to her ears in the grocery store line. 3 kids pulling on her down to her last dime. Shook her head and smiled and spoke. Life is funny, but it ain't no joke. Saw a man on the corner sipping brown bag wine. Had a 3-legged dog and a cardboard sign. Said I'll work for food, but I'll settle for a smoke. Life's funny, but it ain't no joke. It'll make you laugh till you have to laugh, take you high and leave you low. Its only punchline is it punches back, so lean into the ones you throw. It'll tie you up in knots and hand you a little more rope. Life's funny, but it ain't no joke. Saw a preacher walk into a downtown bar. Ask him what you doing here where the sinners are. Sometimes we all need a little more whiskey than Coke. Hey, life's funny, but it ain't no joke. It'll make you cry till you have to laugh, leave you high, leave you low. Its only punchline is it punches back, so lean into the ones you throw. It'll tie you up in knots and hand you a little more rope. Life's funny, but it ain't no joke. Our journey here begins with a cry. The minute we're born, we all start to die. Then it's all uphill to a 6-foot hole. Life's funny, but it ain't no joke. Better have you more faith than hope. Life's funny, but it ain't no joke.
All right.
Thank y'all.
Oh, Bryan, he's got the best set of hair since Kenny Rogers.
I think we should call this the Two Hats and a Hair Tour.
That's a toupee.
You'd never know it was a wig.
Now, I walk right into it every morning. I don't even have to stop. It just falls right on top, man.
The Kenney Store in Kenney, Texas is proud to team up with the Belleville Meat Market, Hobson's Choice Ranch, Keaton Cattle, The Falls, Texas, the Kenney Store Green Sauce, Rocky Creek Retrievers, Cody Flagan's Construction, Sign Max, Branded Designs, Hydro Hide, Kalen Roofing and Remodeling, and Butch's Bulkhead to offer a venue and to feature Texas's best music.
No, I asked the doctor if he could give me something to keep my hair in. He gave me a shoebox. I got that joke from Mike Snyder down at the Opry, so I can't claim it as mine, but I can relate.
You gotta know who to steal from.
Here's a creation I came up with that I thought y'all might appreciate. Goes a little something like this.
Keys it in?
I don't know.
Okay, good.
B.
Okay. Don't be mad about it. It's in the same key as the train.
Hey, that's country.
Yeah, that is country right there.
All right.
Yeah, baby. All right, Jeff, start that crap over, dude.
Okay. Last night I dreamed of rusted old cab tractors in the rain. 4 rigs pumping black gold out of grass fields on the plain. Miles and miles of winding farm to market roads between. Houses built of Austin stone by rivers emerald green. It was like I died and went to Texas. Blue bonnet skies as far as I could see. My life flashed before my eyes, and I got a glimpse of what the next is. What a sight It was like I died and went to Texas. When I woke up, I looked outside the window by my bed. What I saw just made me close my eyes and thank God that he let this old boy be born and raised someplace he'd never want to leave. This side of heaven, Texas, is as close as I can be. It was like I died and went to Texas. Blue-bonnet skies as far as I could see. My life flashed before my eyes. I got a glimpse of what the next is. What a sight, morning and night. It was like I died and went to Texas. Like I died and went to Texas.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Whoa, baby.
That's the tender voice of Jeff Hyde.
Jeez. Talk about kissing ass, man. Sing a Texas song right up the chute, man.
No,
Jeez.
no. I just, that's a true story about a dream I had one time.
Yeah, backstage, he usually sings, I died and went to Kansas. He changes it every state, wherever we're at, man. Died in Anchorage. No, go ahead.
This is our good friend Ryan Tyndell over here.
Y'all, thanks for having us tonight.
Yeah, baby.
It's a funny thing, the three of us, we've been friends for so long. It's getting to where we've been friends longer than we haven't been. And I'm blessed to be here with y'all. The funny thing is we all grew up, Bryan, you're from Fort Worth.
Yep.
Jeff is from Marshall, I'm from Tyler. And we all grew up within 60 miles, give or take, from each other. And we had to move 600 miles to find each other and
true.
become friends. And then we all ended up coming back to Texas, just like Jeff's song. So
That's pretty good. That's right.
I'm gonna play a song me and Hyde came up with one day. Eric Church put it on his last record. It's called Lone Wolf. Jeff and I were sitting around one day and we were not sure what to write. And the night before, I'd had a little thing come across my feed on the news. And do y'all remember the show Airwolf from the 80s? Airwolf turned 30 years old or something like that, and I was like, dang, man, I love that movie. And for some reason, we went from Airwolf to watching the opening scene of Rambo, just trying to be inspired. And Jeff said, man, we should write something that kind of encapsulates Sylvester Stallone walking into that town for the first time in First Blood. And for some reason, we went from Airwolf to Rambo to Sylvester Stallone, and we came up with a love song called Lone Wolf. So,
Of course you did.
I was an outdoor cat a long time before my wife turned me into an indoor cat. And this is a tribute to her. The only pack I ever ran with were the cigarettes in my pocket. My only friends were the sun and the wind till my back down the road I was walking. Nowhere to go, no one to know till I got there. Till I met you, I had nothing to lose, and if I did, I didn't care. But now this lone wolf is done running down the In the daylight, darker than night, this heart is howling for you. This lone wolf ain't lonely anymore, 'cause you weren't afraid to reach out and save the lone wolf at your door. Woo-hoo-hoo. Inside I still got a wild side with a taste for good and gone. But your love likes all my outside out, leaves the porch light on. You sprung my cage, redlined my cage, and fueled a fire. And this wayward wanderer answered a different kind of call of the wild. And now this lone done running down the moon. In the daylight, darker than night, this heart is howling for you. This lone wolf, he ain't lonely anymore, 'cause you weren't afraid to reach out and save a lone wolf at your door. You weren't afraid to reach out and save the lone wolf at your door.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
I like that part. Woo-hoo-hoo.
See, that's the wolf, you see.
That's a wolf, a howling.
It ain't a
wanna
cat howling.
I want to let y'all know that Tony and them got y'all scared to death. If you find something in the song that you like to sing along, you can sing along with it. Or if you like a part that goes woo-hoo-hoo, feel free to sing. I'm gonna sing one so you can sing along, because I think you're scared to get kicked out. Some of you are like, man, that fried fish was good, but I don't want to leave already. So you can have a little more of a hoot and a holler tonight than you. It makes me nervous when they're so quiet, Jeff. It's like my dad growing up. The whole time, just quiet.
Or a kid down the hall when it gets quiet. You know he's tearing up something.
Yeah, right. So I'll get you to sing along with this and this one. I'm going to tell you about it. So what happens when we went to Nashville, we didn't go to Nashville to write songs. We were all writing songs before we got there. But we went to Nashville to try to make money writing songs. And because for me, myself, I have no other skills other than making music. You're seeing the extent of my abilities right here before you. It's disappointing to my wife because I can't do it. People are always excited when she tells my husband's a musician or whatever. They're really excited, and she wishes she had a plumber. She wishes she had an electrician, man. My dad was all these things. He was an electrician, a carpenter, a plumber. He was also a poet. And she's like, damn, the only thing off the 5 things he could do was you became a poet. And I can't plumb no toilet, you know what I mean? Poets can't plumb toilets. But so I went to Nashville, and if you do things right long enough, you stumble into a song and somebody records it, and it goes up the charts, and hopefully it makes money. You can buy yourself an in-ground pool or an above-ground pool these days. An inflatable pool, like a kiddie pool these days, thanks to Spotify and Apple Music. But you get that. But back in the day, you could get yourself a pool, and they'll invite you to this award show because they're so surprised that you did something. You know what I mean? If you've ever had a creative in your household, you'll know what it means. If you're a songwriter, lazy. That's just the code word for lazy. You don't want to do real work. So you find a way to make stuff up on the couch. So in Nashville, they're just as surprised that when you have something, you do something successful, so they throw you a party. It would be like, for example, if you were a plumber and every time you successfully plumbed a pipe, they threw you a pizza party at the end of the week. Now, we didn't think Joe was ever going to plumb a pipe as a plumber, but he did. That's what they do for us as songwriters. They're like, we'll have you a big party. And so I went to one of these big parties, and I had a suit on, and I remember they have all these hors d'oeuvres at the beginning of it, you know, and I'd never seen a plaything like that or whatever. I was like a Golden Corral kid, and but I knew how to eat an all-you-can-eat. You can look at me and know that, but I was nervous because there's a lot of foods I didn't recognize or whatever. And I had this suit on that I was trying not to get anything on because I bought it at J.C. Penney's, or Penny's as my mom called it. And I was going to take it back the next morning, you know. So I was trying not to get any of the I remember there were some saltine crackers and some Gruyere cheese, and it had some jam on it. And I was trying not to get any of that jam on my outfit. And anyway, about that time, I saw Cowboy Jack Clement. Do y'all know who Cowboy Jack is? Any old timers in here, maybe? Yeah, he like recorded Elvis. He wrote the horn part to Bump Ba Dum Ba Da Ba Da Da. What
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire, yeah. And he also wrote Guess Things Just Happen That Way, Someone I Used to Know, Johnny Cash songs or whatever. Anyway, and he plays mandolin. I play mandolin. He was a huge hero of mine, and he was standing across there. And I was going to go over and say hello to him, but I was so focused on that Gruyere cheese, saltine cracker, little sandwich. And I was so hungry. And I was like, man, I got to. So I looked up, and he was gone. And so I cussed myself for years after that I never went to talk to him and ask him some advice. And so I had to kind of I didn't have a lot of advice early on in my career, so I was doing a bunch of dumb stuff along the way. But then about 20 years later, I was making a record, which I happened to have a few back there at the back, a few records. And my wife said, we need to get out of the closet into someone else's closet. So if you want to come back there. But we've got it on a record back there. But I wrote this song 20 years later because the good thing about art is you get to create whatever story you want to. You can redirect bad endings and make them happy endings. So I wrote this song basically based on the idea that that day I actually made it over to the other side of the hors d'oeuvre section and talked to Cowboy Jack Clement, and I thought this might have been something like it might have went like had I went over there. And it's got a part where you get to sing, and it goes da 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 da. You guys can help. Da 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 da. Man, I was getting nervous. I thought we're too close to A&M for this year. I was like, oh, geez. We're going to have to pass out the words. I'm not making it out of here live, fellas.
You're not. You're 0 for 2.
I know. I got to look at a map someday, jeez. Anyway, we'll get to that part. Y'all sing along with me, okay? He was killing off a slow gin fizz at a cash bar in Nash Vegas. Babe Ruth of the music biz. I squeezed up close and shameless. He said, oh, looky there, songwriter. I said, yeah, how'd you guess? He said, I could smell the Greyhound diesel and Brown's Diner on your breath. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Oh, calm down, we ain't there yet. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. I see why Tony said don't let them try it. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile, dude. They'll sing the whole song for you. I said, man, I'm such a fan of your songs. You never left no chicken on the bone. Who sang a better, Cash, Paycheck, or Jones? Guess a man really can't go wrong. I said, how about some pre-advice? He laughed and said, my ex-wives will tell you, you don't want none of mine. But if you think it'll help you, use that head on your shoulder, son. Mama didn't raise no dummy. Don't forget, have a little fun. Life ain't nothing but a game of gin and rummy. Be ready when the fire comes down. Leave your tape recorder running. Make a little art, make a little money. When all else fails, get lucky. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Da 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 da. Knowing what I know now, I'd probably turn back around. Work the lumber yard in my hometown. Go to college at night and make my grandma proud. There's even more talent here, son, than when I landed. But here's the secret to any business. Be more ornery than talented. I'll work them sons of bitches. And lose that head on your shoulder, son. Your mama didn't raise no dummy. Shake it off when the cookie crumbles. And tape recorder running. Make a little art, make a little money when all else fails. Get lucky, da 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 da, da 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 da. Back in the cheap seats. Yeah. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da da da. He said, I better get back, but I'll leave you with this. Time behind the pen is worth it, even when it ain't lucrative. So feel more than you think. March out a line, roll up a joint, roll up your sleeves and roll the dice. Use that head on your shoulder, son. Your mama didn't raise no dummy. Don't forget to have a little fun. Life ain't nothing but a game of gin rummy. Be ready when the fire comes down. Leave your tape recorder running. Make a little art, make a little money when all else fails. Get lucky, make a little art. Keep it good and funky when all else fails. Get lucky, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, yeah. Oh, free jazz, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Yeah, baby. Give yourselves a hand, you sounded so good.